Let's take this to Washington now with the oil price dropping. One of the questions that's come up is, will we see a push from both parties in Congress to hike the gas tax? Incoming House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee head, Democrat Peter DeFazio, says no political peril to hiking that gas tax in order to pay for infrastructure. Maya MacGuineas joins us now, Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget President. So what do you make of that? Is there a political peril in hiking the gas tax to pay for an infrastructure bill as you look at, as somebody has to, the deficit?
Yeah, somebody has to, and that's what I spend most of my days looking at. And as I look at a $1 trillion deficit just around the corner, I think we better figure out something to pay for all the spending, and we better figure out some ways to rein in the spending. So when it comes to infrastructure spending and the Highway Trust Fund and raising the gas taxes, that's actually one of the areas where there's a little bit more interest in how are we going to pay for these policies. I think because infrastructure is such an underfunded part of the federal budget that there's a lot of bipartisan interest in doing something there.
Right.
That the Highway Trust Fund actually affects so many different members of Congress in different regions and their constituents, because there's one thing we all hate, it's potholes, right? We kind of can understand what that means. There is something politically tough about a gas tax hike, and raising any kind of tax is difficult, but I will say necessary given how big our fiscal gap is. So let me just put that out there. We can't pay for all the spending without some kind of new revenues. The thing about a gas tax is it's actually like you see it at the pumps every time you go. And so it's something that people are very aware of. There's a pushback when it comes to it for that reason. But there is more bipartisan interest in this tax than a lot of the other kinds of ideas out there, whether it's consumption tax or raising income taxes. The gas tax, because it's dedicated particularly to infrastructure, has more interest. And we know that the Highway Trust Fund is going to need funding in the next couple of years. Yeah,
it's so interesting, the points you make there. I was just thinking through, like, you know, for years, those of us who live in this area, even if we had no reason to be in New Jersey, we'd head over there any chance we can just to fill up the car. Or when we were there, we would, you know, for years. And now they've come up a little bit on the taxes there. And then on the pothole point, I mean, everybody lives around here knows Senator Al D'Amato kind of made a career out of that. They called him Senator Pothole forever. So you're right. These things play politically. But in terms of what you watch from where you sit, how does a higher gas tax to pay for something like this compare to other methods? Is there a better way of doing it, or is this the best of the bunch in terms of if you want to offset costs?
So that's a great question, because first off, let's start with the point that any of the policies we actually need to do to pay for things are not particularly popular. What's popular is giveaways. I'm going to give you tax cuts. I'm going to give you spending and charge it on the credit card. Those add to the national debt. When it comes to specific policy ideas, I think the gas tax makes sense in that it directs more of the cost on people who are using the different kinds of roads, the different kinds of highways. I think it is a tax that would be good in terms of raising revenues, environmentally, in terms of energy. All of those things are good. But one important point that a lot of people have also pointed out is we haven't raised the gas tax in basically 25 years. And so as inflation has gone up, it's become relatively cheap while other revenue sources have been growing with the economy. So it makes sense. Listen, I, like anybody, doesn't want to pay more taxes. When you go to the pump, you're reminded how expensive it is. But we have to pay for the things we do. So if we want to spend money, and I would argue that infrastructure is a sensible place that we should, I think the gas tax certainly should be one of the things that's on the table, and we should give a serious look to raising it.
Interesting. Well, it will be interesting to see how this kind of all plays out in the new Congress. Always good to see you, Maya. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Maya MacGuineas. Now